DreAllDay.com.
Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. Topic here is immersion. And immersion means very simply to be all the way in on something. That's how we're going to describe immersion. When I was a kid, when we would play with toys, they have the little safety tag on the toy to tell you how to make sure the toy doesn't break. And it would say, do not immerse in water. And what that means is never take this toy and put it completely underwater to where it's completely surrounded by water, because it's probably something electronic in it and it's probably going to break. The thing is, with life, with all of us being adults or whatever age you are, if you're watching this video, I'm going to talk to you like an adult, is that you're going to get to the highest level of what you're doing. You want to get the maximum value, maximum ROI out of anything that you are involved in. You must make the decision sooner rather than later to completely immerse yourself in that thing. And this could be either that thing in general, or it could be a micro area of that thing. For example, if you want to play basketball, but to this point in your life you haven't been very good at basketball, you're going to have to make the decision that the next off season, whenever your off season is, you're going to immerse yourself in basketball. Meaning every day you know what time you're getting up, going to the gym, or doing your conditioning, or lifting weights, or working with your trainer, or whatever you got going on. You go to hoophandbook.com, get some programs made specifically by me, the same stuff that I use to go from sitting on my high school bench to walking on D3 to playing overseas 9 years. That's at hoophandbook.com. But you got to decide figure all those things out, and you'll be able to do that because you ain't got nothing else going on besides that main thing you decide to immerse yourself in. Or if you got a little part-time job, or you got a business going on, do that. And the only other thing you're doing is that basketball thing. That's what it means to be immersed. You're cutting everything else off. Hanging with your friends on a corner, going to the mall, chasing around some girls or guys, or going to a concert, or anything else you do that's in your discretionary time. All that's cut off because you're immersing yourself in playing ball so you can get your basketball game where it needs to be. Maybe you feel like you're already good, but nobody knows you. So you're going to immerse yourself and going to leagues and going and playing pickup and meeting people and going to workouts and stuff like that so you can get seen because you feel like you already got the goods. Or maybe you feel like you're not good enough, so you're just going to work on your game all that time. But whatever it is, you can immerse yourself. And getting into the details, as I just gave you an example, a detail under the umbrella of basketball could be, all right, I got game, but nobody knows me, so I'm going to play in all the leagues in the city so people can start to know who I am. Or I got game, but I'm trying to get on in college, and I ain't on in college right now, so I'm going to go find some college coaches, see if I can get into some off-season workouts and show what I can do. Maybe somebody will invite me to come walk on, or maybe I can get lucky and get a scholarship or something like that. Or if you want to you can get even more micro in basketball. For example, I remember one year, well, it was the year when Kobe Bryant started making a whole lot more jump shots. He started making all these mid-range jumpers. This is before basketball players decided to not shoot mid-range jumpers. But Kobe started making all these pull-up jump shots, and during the game, this is probably like their second championship season, the Lakers with Kobe and Shaq. During the game, one of the sideline reporters was talking about how he talked to Kobe about working on his jumper in the offseason. He said, Kobe said, yeah, man, I've been shooting 2,000 jump shots a day. And the reporter was talking about it like, yeah, all right, well, that's great. I mean, you got better shooting 2,000 jump shots a day. And Kobe corrected him. He said, no, I didn't shoot 2,000 a day. I made 2,000 a day. And the point was, in that little story that I got from a sideline reporter watching the game, was Kobe went into the micro area of basketball. He was already immersed in basketball. I think we can already all agree he was pretty damn good even by that point. But what he did was immerse himself in a small detail of the game. Now I'm going to work on my jumper all summer. And then it was a year when he was working on his post stuff because he started doing more post moves. He worked on his post footwork all summer. It was one year he worked on his body. And it's not just Kobe. I'm just using him as an example. But any basketball player, you could take a micro skill of the thing that you're in and say, okay, now I'm a master this specific area of the thing that I'm doing. If you sell products and services online, like I do these days, you're an online marketer, a digital marketer, or influencer, or knowledge entrepreneur, whatever you want to call it, you can master a specific area. So one year you might decide, or 1 month, or whatever period, you could decide, no, I'm a master live streaming. I'm gonna just do a live stream every day. I don't even know what I'm gonna talk about. I'm gonna just turn it on and start going, and I'm gonna get better at it. Or you know what, I'm a master Instagram, or I'm gonna master running ad campaigns, or I'm gonna master creating online courses. I'm gonna master building up my brand online so that all of my brand materials look like the type of person that I want to present myself as. You can go into the details of these things, or you could get the overall. But whatever you do, you want to totally immerse yourself in anything that you want to be great at. And if this is the quickest shortcut that I can give you. It's not really a shortcut, it's a mental shortcut. It's not a time shortcut, but it's a mental shortcut. Whether it's a time shortcut or not really depends on how good you are at this point, but which I can't speak on because I don't know you. The thing is, the reason why I call it a short, well, first let me tell you what it is, and I'll tell you why I call it a shortcut. It's to decide on one area of your life, your business, your career, etc., that you're going to focus on 100%. That means aside from your responsibilities, your commitments, such as if you got a family, you got kids, you got a job, all right, those you got to do. You got to go to sleep, you got to eat, you got to take a shower. Besides those things, maybe you got to go to the gym, whatever, depending on what it is. Besides those things, you are focusing 100% just on this area. That means all the discretionary time you got when you're not doing one of those main commitments, you're focused on that thing. What is that going to be? And only do that. All of your time is going to that. So whether you got to buy some books, you got to hire somebody, you listen to some podcasts, you watch some YouTube, what you connecting with some people, you going to some events, whatever it is you got to do to immerse yourself in that field, that's exactly what you're doing. That's what it means to be totally immersed in something. And the reason why I call it a shortcut, because again, you might be doing this for years before you get the kind of returns that you want to get on it. But sometimes that's the way it is, because you got to go through the learning curve of learning, what the hell is going on in that particular space. You got to learn what it is. You got to learn all the knowledge. You got to find out what you don't know. Then you got to actually fill in those gaps of the things that you don't know. You got to meet the people. You got to do all the stuff that is required for you to get to the level that you need to get to in that particular area, which at the beginning, again, you might not even know what that is. You don't know what you don't know. You got to go find out. So whatever amount of time it takes. The reason there's a shortcut is because mentally now you're not going to be scrambling all over the place. Like, all right, maybe I should do this. Today I should do this. Maybe next week I'm going to do that. Tomorrow I'm going to do this. Oh, somebody just said this on social media. Now I'm going to do that instead. This is what happens to a lot of people. We get distracted because we're looking at all these different things, because our mind is open to all these different ways of doing stuff. Now, while I advise you to be an open-minded individual, at the same time, you need to be closed-minded. At the same time you're open-minded, be closed-minded in this way. Be closed-minded in the big picture of, all right, this is the area that I'm going to focus on. This is where I'm going to totally immerse myself and master this particular area. But at the same time that you are closed-minded in that, you're going to be open-minded under that umbrella of this is where I'm going to get great. You understand that? So the open-mindedness is this. The closed-mindedness is, all right, this summer I'm going to work on my jump shot. That's all I'm working on is my jump shot. But I'm open-minded to all the different ways and all the different tips and all the different strategies and information I can learn about how to become a better shooter, because it might be 10 different people out there talking about shooting. You might take a little bit from this person, a little bit from him, a little bit from her, and all those things will help you do the main thing that you decide to be closed-minded about. You understand? Or for, let's say, off the court, if you're a business person, you want to master running advertising campaigns. You never did it before. You say, all right, I'm closed-minded in that when it comes to my marketing and my business, the only thing I'm focused on this year is learning how to run advertising campaigns. Now, under that umbrella, you're open-minded. All right, my main thing is advertising campaigns, but somebody might have, like, this dude got a course, this person wrote a book, this person talks about it every day on their live stream, or this person puts out videos all the time. So you're going to take in all of those things. You're open-minded to listening to everybody about those things, but you're closed-minded as far as the particular area. You understand that? And then you can niche down, however you say it, into each one of those areas. You might decide, you know what, I'm going to get into this. I'm going to get into working on my jump shot, but you know what? I'm only going to listen to this dude right here. I'm going to hire this dude as my coach, and everything he says I'm going to listen to. I'm not going to listen to 20 different people who talk about shooting. I'm going to choose this one, and I'm going to get everything this person got to say. Or, I'm going to go into digital marketing. I'm going to learn ads, but I'm only going to listen to everything these two dudes over here. They got this company. I'm just taking all their stuff, and I ain't going to listen to anybody else. And you got to make that decision. That's a skill of what we call discernment. Discernment is your ability to make judgments, taking in information, seeing what's going on, and deciding what is my best course of action given the information that's available to me. Discernment is about decision making. and understanding the decisions that you make will make you. Your life right now is a reflection of the decisions that you have made up to this point, and your life tomorrow and next year and 20 years from now, as long as you're, God willing, alive to see it, is going to be a collection of all the decisions that you made up to this point. And if you want to have a better life, you got to make better decisions. And to make better decisions, you must improve your skill of discernment. And I'm gonna do a whole separate video just on that topic of discernment sometime in the future. So if you haven't seen that video by, let's say, 2-3 weeks after this video, because I don't do all my videos at the exact same time. If you don't see it by 2-3 weeks after this video, then hit me up, leave me a comment or something, and say, Dre, you said he's gonna do a video on discernment. So if I haven't done it, I will do it. So, without giving you too much information here, because I don't want to clog your mind up here, because the whole point is immersion, picking a topic or picking a subject or picking a mentor, picking an expert that you're going to learn from, and just immersing yourself in everything that person has to offer and cutting off everything else. That's a mental shortcut that'll save you a whole lot of time, effort, and energy. If you pick the right person, you have good discernment, you pick the right person, that will end up paying off for you 100 times more than just trying to grab any little piece you can from any random person out there. Work on your game. DreAllDay.com.